future in our hands, trading in crypto, making our own demands. Charts on fire, markets on the rise. Blockchain babe with the laser eyes. All the race, she's a blockchain babe. No cash, no cage. She's got wallets full of games, while the world goes up in flames. She flips the coins, never looking back. No fear, no doubt, she's on the attack. Buying the dips, stacking up her stash. Blockchain babe with the laser eyes. All the race, she's a blockchain babe. No cash, no cage. She's got wallets full of games, while the world goes up in flames. She flips the coins, never looking back. No fear, no doubt, she's on the attack. Buying the dips, stacking up her stash. Blockchain babe with the crypto cash. All the race, she's a blockchain babe. No cash, no cage. She's got wallets full of games, while the world goes up in flames. Marie, she's a blockchain babe. No cash, no cage. She's got wallets full of gains, while the world goes up in flames. Blockchain babe, she's here to stay. In the world of crypto, paving the way. Decentralized power, she's in control. Blockchain babe, she's better than gold. Goes up in flames.
Unit heading up to the code 3 chase. Suspect was last reported southbound on Highway 99.
Can you give me more info on that call? Just clearing another call. I'm headed over there. Closing fast on a vehicle that matches the description. That reported party. All units go to condition 2. Pile into a rig. Stand by. I'm gonna try to get in front of this guy and slow him down. 016, 1043 with the pursuit.
How's it going, guys? Welcome. It is I, the Crypto Otaku, bringing you the crypto and the chaos and then sometimes the news. Oh, great. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? It is a good day today. Look at this, guys. We got three out of the biggest movers of the day. I know a lot of us are holding these bags, right? What are we talking about tonight? XCN, of course. JASMY. SwiftCoin. Oh, there's many more. There's many more too. Yeah. So if you guys have seen this move, it's been an explosive day, and we didn't really get anything back out of Trump yet, did we? I think he's pretty much just retiring to the golf course for the rest of the weekend. All right, let's get into it, guys. How's it going? How's it going? Crypto Jared back in the shop. Yeah. How you doing, man? Only stop by because it's fun to say hi to Otaku and bring on the news and of course the chaos. That's why you're here. That's why you're here. Oh, yes. And then what a day, what a day. Everything is going in the right direction. How is it going, Otaku? Well, I'm definitely doing good. Definitely in a better position than we have been in a while, right? All of us. Happy Friday, Heidegger as well. Alex, how you doing? What's up, Otaku? It is a green day. What a green day. what a wonderful day. Okay, so let's see what we got going on tonight, guys. I want to, of course, share with you where we are still at with our predictions, our targets, and everything else for Bitcoin, as we normally do at the beginning of our stream. And, of course, let's get the dancing mascots out of here and get the show started. Okay, so of course last night, if you guys didn't catch the morning live stream, that's right, we're doing a morning live stream now every single weekday at the market open at 9:30. We will be there trying to sift through the chaos. Oh, dude, it's been chaotic, so chaotic every morning now. It's great. I love it. I absolutely love it. And of course, a daily reminder too. You guys taking your orange pills today? Are you taking any of these damn things? They're great. They're orange. They're beautiful. And yeah, you need a little bit of financial freedom. Oh, there they go, all over my keyboard. In your life today. All right. And even Godzilla loves them. And he's gonna definitely be taking these damn things as he's jumping around the entire world. Smashing all of the fiat that remains, right? And that's another thing we got to get into today. The dollar is donezo. You guys also caught me on Twitter last night having a little bit of a drink, having a little bit of whiskey to, of course, the dollar collapsing when the markets opened in Asia. Pretty fun stuff. Ryan Miller is back, of course. Yeah. Looking for what? Looking for the doom. The doom. Let's go. Let's go. The dollar's donezo. Danny, how's it going? Danny, hey, Otaku, and chat. How's it going, guys? Yo, boy in the house as well. A person having an intense or obsessive interest, especially in the fields of anime and manga. What does pressing this like and subscribe button do? Well, the like and subscribe button down below. Thanks for shouting out. Give me a shout out, yo, boy. Of course, keeps me in the grand scheme of things, and defeats the algorithm with YouTube. We're trying to build this community up. We've got about 500 plus subscribers right now. We're trying to get to that $1,000 threshold. Please like, subscribe, do all the things to help out the channel. Thank you, yo boy, for giving me the shout out. Because I always forget that, man. Anyway, so I'm mostly here to hang out with you guys. Really, I mean, when all things are said and done, I do this just because I have nothing but normie friends, and no one understands the space, and I've been suffering alone for the last 5 years. So I appreciate you guys, spending your evenings with me tonight. Strawberry Dragons in the house. How's it going? Love the new intro. Thank you. Whatever I can do to add a little bit of spice. Hopefully, you guys like some of those new songs I'm slapping together too. Of course, AI generated stuff. Because we're living in a dystopian future. There's more of that to come in later segment. Okay, so let's get into what's going on with Bitcoin. Of course, bring up the heat map live for you guys, brought to you by Kimba, the White Star Lion, and my Rosens for those who know. Right, it's all over YouTube. Don't pay for something you get for free. That's right, Oscar. Thank you. Okay, so what's going on with Bitcoin tonight? So it looks like it's pretty much just kind of range bound again, getting a pretty clear range too. I mean, look how this is pretty much highlighted. The sellers want to sell off basically at around 82k. I'm sorry, guys. The buyers want to buy in about 82K, and the sellers want to sell off about 85K. So the whole entire weekend, we're probably going to be range bound between 82 and 85. We will wait and see how Japan wants to react to this, and of course the American markets, if they're going to be investing over the weekend. As I mentioned before, a lot of times Michael Saylor buys over the counter Bitcoin over on Saturday, which technically doesn't really move Bitcoin's price or the needle, but yeah, we'll definitely get the orange dot more than likely this weekend to confirm a Monday purchase. Okay, so let's get back to Bitcoin. So, of course, we're going to mark where we are at. It was at 82 and 85, somewhere in that range. Of course, we can confirm it on the chart. You can see it right here. We bounced off of about 84 and some change. So right there is going to be pretty much our top. Right there, they're setting up the sell orders over at about 85, psychological level, pretty clear, and about 82K, somewhere around that range. So yeah, well, we got those kind of pretty much already represented on the chart. I got to clean this up, guys. We're getting messy. And I don't know where we're going to go from here beyond that range, of course, until we get into a little bit more of the sentiment as we normally do. Okay, let's go. Crypto JPEG also here in the house. How's it going, Crypto JPEG? Crypto evening, crypto weirdos, pre-rich people and folk in the chat. Alex De Sosa, off the topic, but can you really see out of the mask? I've always wondered. No, I'm going in blind. Dude, I'm actually blind. You guys didn't know that? I'm actually legally blind. I can't see anything. I'm kidding. Of course I can see out of the mask, yes. Of course. Thank you. That reminds me of, you guys were part of the Web 1.0? But Web 1.0, there was a funny Flash series. You guys remember Strong Bag from back in the day? How do you type with boxing gloves on? That'll be the number one question he always gets, because he's always typing in the animation with boxing gloves on. Anyway, so what's up, everyone? What's up, Milk Money in the chat? How's it going, Milk Money? Excited to see your dog tonight. That's right, on the live open mic sessions over with Crypto Futures. Guys, please shout out to Rob over at Crypto Futures. He's down in the chat below if you want to check him out as well. Yeah, we do, I'm a big participant in that community over there. It's a lot of fun, and we do open mics on Fridays. We'll see how much time I'm going to be able to spend with you guys tonight, though, because I got to wake up early tomorrow. Damn it. I'm pre-out of debt, yes. I think a lot of us are definitely burned out of our dry powder, for sure. Mad Adam in the chat. I remember Strong Bad. You do? Dagger? Oh my god, that's crazy. Someone in the chat remembers Strong Bad. That's nuts. That was like early 2000s. Okay, Thor will be bringing the thunder to the open mic. That's, of course, your pup, I'm assuming. The Burninator says, oh yeah, that's right, the Burninator. That was the, remember Trogdor? The one-armed, big-fisted dragon? That was some weird stuff. Or Strong Sad is brother. Anyway, I want to go derail the entire show on Strong Bad. It's ridiculous. Look that stuff up if you guys get a chance. That's hilarious stuff from back in the early 2000s. Okay, let's get back into our metrics. All right, so now that we know it, Bitcoin's pretty much going to be range bound around 82K to about 85 until further notice. We'll see where the market is at about 9 p.m. when the Japanese market opens. Well, not really opens, but they're going to be waking up on Saturday at least. And of course, I've mentioned this many times before that JASMY has pumped on the weekends in Japan. Last cycle, I pointed that out last session. We did our live. I pointed that out on the chart from 2024. That was huge movements when everything was completely out of stalemate except for just JASMY pumping on a Saturday. It's crazy. It happened like 2 or 3 weeks in a row. I think April of last year or March. It was crazy times. Okay, so let's get through it, guys. Let's get through it. U.S. national debt sitting at a new record high of 36 billion, trillion. You wish. Trillion, what is it, the 80s? 36 trillion, 713 billion, up about a rough average of about $6 billion on the day. Nothing really new to see there. World national debt clock as well, doing the same sort of thing. Everything looks pretty much, again, unprecedented levels. Maxed out debt for every country. All right, moving on. All right, Doge live tracker showing that we're saving at least 150 billion, which accounts to about maybe a few days of savings, maybe. Remember, $70,000 is borrowed every second. Every second. It's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so moving on. We got Polymarket bringing in, of course, the Doom. This the Doom. All right. U.S. recession in 2025, back up to about a 59% chance. It's down from 65 from yesterday, which is good, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. Again, we have a pause on everything at the moment. Fed decision in May is still around 77%, likely no change. No change. Nothing has changed on, of course, the Fed rate cut decision. Prime Minister for Canada, guys, I really hope not, but it looks like we're probably going to get Mark Carney over there. I was really hoping for Pierre. I'm sorry, guys. You're probably going to get stuck with that guy. 76% voting yes to Mark Carney. Of course, Pierre is the pro-Bitcoin Prime Minister candidate. All right, moving on. He was touting Bitcoin before Trump. Okay, moving on. Okay, fear and greed index for the stock market still around 13, 12, 11, whatever. 14, I think, was the highest we saw today on the stock market open. I guess like around like 10:30 or 11. It opened pretty red in the day, in the morning. Crypto fear and greed index right now starting to flip a little bit into the positive territory. Look at this, guys. We're almost back to neutral at 43 as I refreshed it from the live. This is just within 30 minutes, half an hour of me setting up my live stream. I mean, that's ridiculous, guys. We almost doubled our fear and greed, our positive sentiment in like an hour. The Dixie, the dollar is donezo, guys. I really like looking at this at the 3-month. It's definitely more tasteful to and appreciative if you look at it on the 3-month. 99.78 on the day. This is not the lowest we saw in the last 24 hours. Again, last night I was staying up to last night and watched this thing pretty much roll over to about 98 in a little bit lower than that. Let's see if I can find it. We had like a 98.9. Maybe it was a different chart I was looking at, but yeah, it's pretty fun, guys. I can't wait for this thing to get as low as it did back in 2022 when or 2021 when, of course, we had the great beer crisis was over and the dollar was donezo. Of course, we go back 3 years. We can see that represented here. There's 2024. We didn't break 100. We did now. Then we got 2023. We didn't break 100. And we did now. And, of course, there we are. 2023. That was the great banking start, the great banking collapse with Signature Bank and some, and some other ones, Silicon Valley and all that stuff, Deutsche Bank. Citibank or whatever. Okay, and then in 2022, yeah, we climbed up from there. So we haven't been this low since probably, again, the end of COVID. Around the end of COVID, some places around 2021. All right, the big one in the room today, guys. XCN's up 123% on the week. These are all the weeks. It's 100. We got 24% on the day for Swiftcoin, 22% on the day for Onyx, and JASMY roughly around 20%. Guys, I kept having to go back and redo my thumbnail over and over and over again because these were kept being higher and higher on the week when I was doing my live stream startup. This is crazy. Swiftcoin's over 50% today. All right, and so of course we this is some of my favorite coins against my favorite coins. But if you compare it against everything else, look at this. The biggest one in the room, of course, is XCN. The second biggest one with utility, and not just a big old piece of a poopy. Where did that go? Where'd that shit coin go? Damn it! I had a shit coin for the live stream. I must have left it around my house somewhere. I'll have to go grab it. But yeah, Fartcoin's up 72% on the week. Ridiculous. On the day, though, the biggest movers are still standing out. JASMY and XCN in the top 100 at the moment. Top 200 right now. Any big movers? Well, we got Orca coming back from the dead. 76% up on the day. Virtuals. Look at this. Virtuals protocol. As we got some news coming up. Binance is getting a listing for it. So that's one of the reasons why it is going up right now. So we got that coming up in the live when we got into our news. Before I forget, you guys, let's see what else is going on in the chat real quick. Hitdagger says, yeah, Trogdor. Yeah, you remember Trogdor. Normie says, yo boy, yo me. What's that? Come on, don't mess with me. Jeez. Sheba Burn. Sheba's got a burn mechanic. Says, Olope. I mean, it does have a Shiba burn. There is a burn mechanic. It's been implemented for 3 years now. it's been a long time since they implemented the Shiba burning mechanic. Okay, Miguel says, do you expect to have a drop with JASMY, XCN, and Swift? There is definitely going to be a pullback at some point. We can go into the charts here. Let's see if we can get through some of this real quick, at least to the news, and we'll look at some of the charts. Okay, so we got the Bitcoin market cap dominance, of course. Michael Sauer's going to tell you
this entire idea of like 60% dominance is bullshit,
what?
Ridiculous, stupid, right? Like
it's more like
stupid.
99.
It's not 60% dominant.
All right, it is 63% dominant, Sailor. I have to keep running that while we're still in the 60s. But yeah, look at this. We actually hit an all-time high today. No, maybe not an all-time high, but a year-to-date high on the Bitcoin dominance. This is coming back down now on the hour. Let me see if I can go. I can't go any lower than a day, huh? But it did hit about 63.75, which is, again, it's down a tiny bit right now. Getting closer to, new highs for Bitcoin. Again, it is an asset we want to, run to safety for. Okay? That's what Larry Fink's been saying now every single night on, or every single afternoon on Squawkbox. As we got more of that too to show you guys today too. So again, these are the highs we haven't seen this high since before of the start of the 2021 bull run, which I still think preludes what we're about to see here right now in the 2025 bull run. I've been preparing for this for many moons. All right, let's keep going. Top 10 assets in our space right now. Of course, we got some big movers. Let's see if anything got shooken out of the top 10. It looks like they're pretty much all still intact. Tron's still at number 9. Cardano's number 10. Leo's moving back up to number 11. Chainlink is holding on to 12. We got Avalanche back up to flipping Tonguecoin again. Those two have been fighting for those the top 15 slot to stay out of it. Is Stellar, we held on to 15. We got Sui coming up from 20 something. And Polkadot seems to have a bit of a sell-off here recently too. I'm not sure what that's going on about there, but yeah, of course we got the TikTok deal. I think that might be part of it because they're still in the lead for settling TikTok's new algorithm. And of course we got our new honorable mention going out to JASMY and XCN. Let's see, JASMY of course holding. Whoa! Look at this, guys. We boosted all the way back up to 84 in market cap for JASMY. This is crazy. That's up like 10 spots in rank today. What? Oh my God, let's freaking go, guys. Jeez.
I'd buy that for $1.
Maybe not right now. But definitely buy it under $1. Hopefully it'll go to $1. XCN is leading the way though. Look at this. XCN jumped to 82 in market cap. Again, paving the way for JASMY to follow. We gotta follow up, man. What are you doing? Come on. We gotta outperform Onyx. Come on. This is ridiculous. All right, and of course we got my favorite key metric to go over you guys every single day. The big one in the room, of course. How many Bitcoin are left on exchanges? This is all that's left, guys. This is all that's left right now. And it's not even available to purchase. This is just was floating around on exchanges right now. 2.19 million Bitcoin. That is it. Of course, majority of it is settled on Coinbase through its ETF. Assets under management for like BlackRock, Fidelity, of course, showing you that right now with the BitcoinTreasuries.net. BlackRock, of course, still holding around 575,000 Bitcoin, and the Fidelity and Grayscale around 200. Okay, moving on. Actually, Grayscale actually has about 250 if you count both their baby ETF and their big one. Who's counting? Anyway, they're still down from 600. Whatever. I'm not gonna get into semantics. Okay, so I'm fighting with myself.
What are you, stupid?
All right. So maximum bubble territory. Are we anywhere near it? No. Are we anywhere near seriously selling? No. What am I even showing you? The Bitcoin rainbow chart. That's right. Of course, this thing has gotten me through the last bear market into the bull market, and this is a great key indicator for price. And gives you a good idea where you should probably be looking to sell or maybe take profits for Bitcoin and other assets. This, of course, is a good key indicator for a majority of coins out there because everything follows the big king crypto. Right now, we're still in the buy zone, and now the fire sale is moving closer and closer to the $75,000. Again, when we first started the beginning of the year, the fire sale started back in January. It was like 73K. So even if we slip back down even further, the longer we keep continuing this path, the more higher the fire sale is going to be worth. So again, don't sit on the sidelines. Gather some accumulation to some of your favorite assets before it's too late. before it's all over. God, inevitably it'll be over. Okay, top 10 assets in the world. Bitcoin still holding number 9, right above, of course, Facebook. Did seem to falter underneath Saudi Aramco as there's been another rally into silver as well. But of course, we're going to be climbing back up the leaderboard and getting back up there again soon. Okay, guys, we're caught up on the metrics. Let's get into the news. And before I do that, of course, I promise you guys want to get into the charts on those 3 altcoins, of course, that moved today. Before I'm going to get into the chat and catch up with you guys real quick. Right, so let's see what we got. Crypto Bows says, what up? Headegger says, crazy pump today for Swiftcoin 2. They're correcting now, though, I think, says Headegger. Strawberry Dragon says, what's the chance of me ever owning a Bitcoin? Well, that's a good question. Well, if you participate in the bull market in a huge way and you have the right allocations to the right coins, yeah, there's a big chance that you could actually roll some of those profits over into a Bitcoin, or maybe half a Bitcoin. Start somewhere, 10%, somewhere like that. You need to at least have some sort of allocation to it, in my opinion, because, I mean... Oh my God! I just can't. Thank you, Oscar. I'm gonna get stuck. My brain's gonna explode. Of course, all the stuff we talk about every single night. There's no second best, guys. There's no second best. God damn it.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There is no second best crypto asset.
And this was my favorite one actually from last year.
People that use fiat currency as a store of value, there's a name for them. We call them poor.
That's right. So at the end of the bull run, if you're still holding on to these, things, you're gonna be poor. The average house is gonna cost like $1 million in like 10 years. What? You know how much a Bitcoin's gonna be by then? 10 years? According to Michael Saylor, it's gonna probably be around $13 million, or at least 10. It's crazy. Anyway, moving on. All right, so yeah, let's get into these altcoins. Right. I'm talking about altcoins now. This is how, of course, you get to your 1 Bitcoin, possibly, because you have the right allocation to JASMY. And we can go into some numbers too if you guys want to do some moon math tonight. I love doing that too. Like, how much JASMY do you need to become a millionaire, right? How much JASMY do you need to purchase 1 Bitcoin this bull run? Say if Bitcoin only goes to $120,000, how much JASMY do you need to purchase? Said, stack of Bitcoin. I don't know, but we can get into that too. But anyway, right now, JASMY's sitting at about 1.3 pennies. Not too shabby. It actually broke through one of our key levels of resistance that we had marked on here. That's awesome. Yeah, we're finally breaking out of this bearish pattern. Thank God. We've been stuck here forever. And then we're headed towards the top ranges where, of course, I drew this a while back, right? Of course, if you copy the same exact moves we had in the past in this very highly manipulated chart, again, JASMY is being manipulated to all hell. More than likely by Binance, who was just listed again to get delisted, right, JASMY? So much FUD against this coin that's doing so well. I don't understand it. Yeah, so they're probably, of course, manipulating the price for their own benefit. But anyway, so yeah, my next key target is about 7.5 to 8 cents. Hopefully in these ranges there. So we're probably going to see a bit of a bounce there. And like I showed you guys yesterday, that does not mean the bull run is going to be over for JASMY. Because again, we're probably going to bounce somewhere down here and lift off. Hell, we might even keep going. I mean, I'm not saying we may not even get a bounce at all. We just don't know. We just don't know what's going to happen. So anyway, it's probably going to look something like this, at least on takeoff. Bounce off of this, of course, this trend line, and then move on forward. But as of right now, JASMY's looking pretty damn good. At the present moment. I'm trying to look up some news for you guys on JASMY too, because their My Number Card integration is still kind of out there. Again, with the updates to JASMY, I know there was like hospitals utilizing it now and students. There's like optional participation too in the Japanese government. It was actually given the green light by the Prime Minister of Japan. To get the whole thing even started. So it is still kind of taking a time to get rolling, but on the backs of the tariffs and everything else, it's just kind of going amiss at the moment. But yeah, of course, that's JASMY. See what's going on with the other coins as well. Actually, let's see where the next point of target would be for JASMY to fight off resistance. It's going to be about 1.5, just right before it, but somewhere in that range here. It's going to be the next big level we got to get through. And it looks like right now, and I said this the other night, that JASMY looked like it was creating a cup and handle pattern. Look at this. And all we got to do now is go sideways just a little bit. And that's so funny. It's right there. It's literally right there. I don't got to do nothing. The handle's right there in that little bull pendant. Of course, we've already fell back down into. So all we got to do is go sideways for a little bit. And then, yeah, sometime at the beginning of next week, we're probably going to see this break on out. And, you know, the cup will get filled as it is right now. The handle will retrace. And then we're going to see an explosion to the upside. And again, these usually take off around the length of the cup, right, of the chalice. So, yeah, we'll probably get another, wow, 66% move? What? Maybe take a week or no, a few days, maybe 3 days maybe to actually transpire. But if we did get another 66%, is that really 60%? No, it's not 66. There's no way. Yeah, that's a 64% move. Whoa, that's explosive. To the upside, that would be a lot more. That's crazy. That'd be about a 8 cent JASMY. There's no, it's a 2 cent. Yeah, 2.1 cent. Okay, the law of big numbers, man. Every time I shrink that down, it just looks like it's so much bigger than it is. Okay, so yeah, we're at about 2.15 is probably our next target if we see a breakout to the upside like that, which should take us to about right there. All right, so that's JASMY. That's JASMY for you guys. I would stay again. I would very pay attention to this level right here at about 1.5%. It's going to be a psychological high. We're probably going to bounce off there, maybe double top, and then see a bit of a breakout. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty clear to me. It's a cup and handle pattern. As long as we don't get any black swan events, we don't get any more negative tariff news or whatever infighting China and U.S. want to do. Yeah, I think it's pretty clear as where we're headed with JASMY. And I would love to see that on Saturday too. Okay, let's get into SwiftCoin, and then we'll get into Onyx. SwiftCoin is breaking out like crazy. Look at this. Crazy stuff, guys. It did almost bounced off the last level we looked at on this project. That's crazy. So close, my God. Looks like it touched basically two, just under two, because everyone, of course, is playing these psychological levels really smart. So about 1.9945. So yeah, we got to get up to about 2 cents to break out, and yeah, we're gonna get another try at that maybe into the weekend as it continues higher. Let's see. As long as we don't have a pullback. Right now, it looks like it does have some time to consolidate. And again, it's the weekend, guys. But this right here is crazy. This actually, this again, I can't make this crap up. But this right here goes into about 12 o'clock in the afternoon here in the United States, day trading hours. If this entire thing plays out, that's like perfect timing for a breakout on SwiftCoin. It really is for that bull pendant there. All right, pretty cool stuff going on with XCN. Let's see any clear patterns going on. If you look at the hour, probably another cup and handle pattern going into a weekly chart, maybe. Kinda. Not really. I mean, not. Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, there is kind of one forming on the weekly to day chart. That's pretty. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's really paying attention to this. Maybe they are though, but. Yeah, if we do get another retest at about 2 cents, then yeah, I could see another leg up to the upside, which would be, where would that be? Is that really 100%? Jesus, doing damage this week. 100% on the week? There's no way. 70%, right? Last time I looked at this was 70%. Yeah, around 70%. So another leg up from here would take us to about 65 somewhere. Jesus, crazy. 2.5 cents. Yeah, so about 2.5 cents into next week. Hopefully into the weekend. I just don't know who's really buying on the weekend. All right, so that's what I'm looking at for XCN right now. Maybe a breakout and a retest of 2 cents into a breakout to about 2.5. Okay, and then we're looking at XCN. XCN, the big one in the room. My God, so much damage this week. It's crazy. But again, guys, don't get too excited, right? Again, all those memes we keep showing all the time about how it's like we're down 80%, but we're up 20% today. You know, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that on the week. But at least we're getting a little closer to our previous year-to-date high that we saw back in January. We're about halfway there now, just give or take for XCN. I'm excited to see this because, man, I've been holding this bag for quite a while now, since back here. And I sold off a little bit towards the top, around 3.5, 4 cents towards the top, and then of course we roll back down. So I'm definitely happy to ride this all the way back up again. Definitely happy to do it. Okay, so yeah, let's zoom in and see what's going on with the 15-minute. Look at this clear staircase pattern right now. Damn. What is even that? What is even that? Like, is that within 7 hours? Damn, it's like that's every 6 hours. It's getting a leg up. That's crazy. And of course, the end of the day, the close today, got shot back down to Chinatown. No pun intended. But yeah, that's nuts. Almost the same exact measured move all the way up, about 30, 40, 20. It's okay. We're getting diminished returns towards the end of it, but I mean, yeah, if that continues the same pattern, we can actually again go back to the if we go back to the bar chart, the bar pattern. Where's the bar pattern at? I always forget every time I haven't used this in a while. The bars pattern, and we just copy this one up. Boom, get into that groove again. If we just kind of ignore the pullback, I guess, maybe something like that. Another leg back up, running. That takes us to a psychological high of about 3.5 cents. Again, we don't have that much volatility over the weekends, but yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at maybe a retest to let's just play it safe and ignore that pattern. But there is a clear pattern there. Someone is loading up at scheduled times or something. We also have, it's probably the exchanges, because again, Binance is about to list the futures, and of course they're required by law. I don't know about the Chinese laws, but they're, at least in the States, they're required by law to hold an X amount of a certain token, right? To prove they have any sort of exposure to it. And of course, settle the futures, or the futures work. But anyway, so yeah, when they do get that listing for Binance, at least on the futures, they're probably loading up right now in preparation for a full Binance spot listing, in my opinion. This is kind of, these look like, again, measured buys that are pretty much planned. Let me go back. What the heck? I actually hit space. So yeah, if you hit space, it just goes through your entire list. Anyway, so yeah, so XCN, where are we headed? So where are we headed with XCN? Again, I showed you guys the pattern I see. So XCN right now, man, we got to go really far back to even get any part of the chart patterns. That'd be psychological for traders out there. Looks like the last one, of course, we broke through is completely disregarded now. We're creating, of course, new support. Hopefully we can stay within these ranges here and keep this as our new level of support, which it looks like it is honoring, which is good to see that here, about 2 cents, 1.9. And of course that gives us another chance to retest that 2.38 level, which if we backtest that is the previous peak we had before the final sell-off. So yeah, that looks like the next level we're going to have to retest. Let me get back in here and draw this one through. So yeah, hopefully we'll chop around here for a little bit, retest this maybe a couple times, and then break on up to about newer highs. Hopefully 2.5 cents, somewhere in that range. It looks like they already wanted to try to get through there. And then beyond that, of course, our next psychological high is going to be 3 cents. So that is probably where XCN is going to be headed. Again, if we don't, as long as we continue the momentum and we don't get shaken out by some crazy FUD in the markets, we're gonna get into some of that right now with the news. Let's get back in the chat real quick. Now that I just blew your guys' mind with my crazy charting nonsense, yeah, let's get back into the chat real quick. All right, so what else we got here? I gotta scroll up, guys. You get blown up by chat today. Crazy Pump with Swipcoin, yes. What's up? What's up, Holmes? Hello, Juan. Yeah, how's it going, Juan? Hello. Jesus, Mr. Otaku, XCN, yes, XCN, better start now. I talked to a guy, of course, start stacking sats, right? I talked to a guy who was XRP Army and had XCN, but he didn't have any Bitcoin. Blew me away. There's a lot of people out there. You would be surprised. But there is a lot of people out there that still don't have any exposure to Bitcoin. XRP is stable, but no gains. Yeah. That's kind of where it's been for a while. That's why I sold my bag at around $3. My friend will only buy Bitcoin. I'm also buying back my. I'm just want to make that clear. I'm buying back my XRP in the bear market. Hopefully, I mean it's gonna be a little higher probably, but it is what it is. We need super chat for you, Otaku. Thank you, Strawberry Dragons. I would love to make that a thing, but you know, I'm still working on all the checking the boxes for YouTube, making them happy first, right? I gotta make them happy first, but until they let me make any money in any space. I'm late. Hey everyone, Arth Heath, how's it going? Arth Heath, how's it going? Welcome to the weekend. Strawberry Dragon says hello, Ramona. Ramona's in the chat. Yes, that's right. I forgot. Arth Heath is Ramona. How's it going, Ramona? Some people are Bitcoin hodlers and don't believe in other crypto. Kind of like a religion or a new and learning. Yeah. Okay. So crypto bros. Yeah. So I mean, you came to the right place because I will definitely school anyone you want, anything you want on Bitcoin. I can tell you. I don't have any Bitcoin, says Alex D Sosa. And what about Solana? Solana's a great project as well. I bought like 1,000 tokens in the bear market. It was so cheap, like $10 back then. Now it's about 120. What was the high? I forget what you've gotten up to. Solana does pretty well in the bull market. I'm still expecting probably a $500 Solana maybe. It's probably reasonable for this bull run. Maybe even $1,000 if it can really outperform Ethereum. But Ethereum's starting to come back too, at least in the sentiment. All right, so yeah, Solana can probably get back, of course, to it's almost $300. Wow, that's what we sold for back then. Holy crap! As of the beginning of the year. I don't think I caught that top though. I think I sold right around here, around 240, something like that. Anywho. So, what else we got going on? Yeah, for Bitcoin, we're gonna get into the news, right? We're gonna get into the news, guys. We haven't gotten to the news yet. It's almost we're halfway through our stream. Okay, let's get through the news. There's a ton of stuff to go over today too. Bitcoin soars as the U.S. dollar tumbles. Yes, let's freaking go. This is what I was waiting for. Yes, we did. The cryptocurrency surged above 84,000 on Friday as the U.S. dollar fell to a 3-year low in the face of weakening confidence in the USD-dominated assets. Flight from fiat, Bitcoin jumps while dollar nosedives. That's right. We have a lot of analysts just talking about it today. Of course, I covered the what was it, the Bloomberg this morning. Overview of the market metrics. The digital asset is okay. We don't really need to go through all that. Bitcoin's total market capitalization stands about $1.6 trillion in market cap, marking a sharp 6% increase since yesterday. Yes, it's just metrics. Of course, I'm just sharing the headline because I'm giving you guys some weekend hopium. Let's go. There's my bias. Bitcoin price preparing for up-only mode as U.S. bonds suffer worst sell-off since 2019. That's right. Right before the market fell from the great beer crisis of 2020. Loss of confidence in U.S. policy boosts Bitcoin's upside prospects. It's pretty much going over the same stuff, right? The same stuff. The dollar's donezo. All right, BlackRock sees $84 billion in inflows in Q1 as ETFs and tech services fuel growth. He's out there shilling his bags, especially on Squawk Box. I got that in the real news segment on Twitter at the end of the live stream. BlackRock's Q1 earnings soar with record iShares ETF demand. BlackRock kicked off 2025 with a robust first quarter, reporting $84 billion in total net inflows. Of course, we had earnings today, right? That's what we're talking about. Earnings, marking a 12-year-over-year increase. The performance was fueled by the record-breaking demand for iShares ETFs. Of course, the biggest one out there, the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF, the biggest one in the world has ever seen. According to this earnings report, the assets management giant also saw strong contributions to its technology division, 16% year-over-year rise in tech services and subscription revenue. The giant evil conglomerate growth was powered by continued momentum in Aladdin platform and a partial boost from its recently closed Preqin acquisition. All right, what else? The CEO, Larry Fink, noted the company's diverse platform and growing demand for ETFs, tech services are positioning BlackRock well into the continued growth in a dynamic market environment. I mean, guys, if you want some exposure to venture capital without being a venture capital yourself, like a VC yourself, it's probably a good place to park your money in some of their high volatility tech ETFs. Just saying. I mean, I'm not a stock guy, but if you had no other choice but an ETF, it's better than nothing. We've intentionally shaped our platform to serve clients in all market environments, building a premier global public market investment and technology firm. We have leading franchises in the categories that we expect to benefit from capital flows and investment, even against volatile public markets. These include our newly enriched private markets, ETFs, Aladdin risk management, and technology. And you notice that the entire shares meeting, they didn't even mention in the earnings call, they didn't even mention Bitcoin in a huge way. Okay, so moving away. Crypto exchanges like Coinbase may soon get regulatory sandbox to play in. Of course, this is bullish for all crypto, as we do not have a very policing by authority SEC. The SEC's leadership suggested Friday it will be open to establishing so-called regulatory sandbox for digital assets that would allow crypto exchanges to freely experiment in novel sectors, including potentially offering the trade or tokenized securities. Tokenized securities are versions, of course. We have baskets of ETFs, right? Anyway, tokenized securities, stocks. Basically, we're going to tokenize stocks. We're going to do that across the entire world sector, digitize everything. That is Fink's goal. I've shown you tons of clips on that. He's come out and said it many times. In remarks to proceeding to the agency's second ever digital assets roundtable on Friday, this is the focus on crypto trading. Republican commissioners floated the idea of issuing exemptions that would soon allow crypto exchanges like Coinbase to dabble in offering tokenized securities alongside crypto-related products. I encourage market participants that are developing new ways to trade securities using blockchain technology to provide input on whether the relief may be appropriate. Acting SEC Chair Mark Ueda said in a pre-recorded video statement. Ueda specified that the time-limited, conditional, exemptive relief framework, geez, what a mouthful, could offer unregistered crypto exchanges the freedom to innovate in areas and tokenized securities before the rules and laws are written on the subject, which is great. This is phenomenal. It's literally like F around and find out. It really is, but in a good way, right? It's like, all right, we're gonna try doing this. How about staking on this platform? All right, we got this. We're just gonna produce dividends for Apple, and we're gonna do this for this company. And we want to give our users this one thing with the concert tickets and all this. I mean, there's so much potential here, guys. It's insane. And so it looks like they're giving them the free reign to just do whatever they want. F around and find out, and then they were going to start writing the rules around it. Hey, you can't do that. There's a monopoly on this. Hey, this is great. I'm super excited for this. This is the right way to do it. And of course, if you want to invite people to do this in your country, this might actually make Bitcoin, United States, the crypto capital of the world, like for real. Commissioner Hester Pierce, who leads the agency's new crypto task force, echoed in the sentiment in live remarks the SEC's Washington headquarters on Friday, endorsing the potential value. You guys are talking to me if I can see through this mask sometimes. Potential value of exemptive relief framework for crypto exchanges. Participating in firms could see what works and what doesn't technically and commercially. She said last year, Pierce endorsed. She said trials could inform the commission's rulemaking efforts. Yes, of course. Last year, Pierce endorsed the concept of digital security sandbox that would allow American crypto firms to join British ones in experimenting with issuance, trading, and settlement of securities, given that the crypto skeptical SEC Chair Gary Gensler, the goddamn Gensler, he's dead. We've slayed the goblin. He's dead. Controlled the commission at the time, and the idea did not get very far. Other nations, including Colombia, have played with the idea of crypto-specific regulatory sandboxes. The United States has previously created regulatory sandboxes to encourage innovation in other areas of traditional finance, such as underwriting for loans, but allowing crypto exchanges, which are not currently regulated in the SEC, to dabble in the trading of tokenized stocks and bonds, if even temporary, might not even be without risks. Caroline Crenshaw, the SEC's rulemaking sole remaining Democratic commissioner, appeared to allude to such concerns in her remarks on Friday. Crenshaw argued that the crypto exchanges pose unique risks because they already perform multiple services under one roof, whereas the regulated securities exchange spread these functions across separate entities to mitigate risk. Beyond the consequences of individual investors, these ongoing risks propose a large threat to orderly functioning of the crypto markets and also to the banking system and traditional finance. Whew! That was a big one, guys. But I'm excited. I'm excited for this. We're actually finally getting positive regulation on crypto assets in the United States. What a world! Who would have thought it'd be this different from one cabinet to the other? All right, let's get back in the chat real quick before we jump into another article. Are you guys bullish? Man, I'm bullish. But I'm a perma-bull, man. I've been hodling for 4 years, 5 years. It's getting ridiculous out there, guys. All right, so I don't have any Bitcoin, says Alex. So it's all about Solana. What's up, brother? Love the channel. Thank you, Rich Craw. Thank you. Yes, JASMY for life. Alex is, of course, JASMY Por Vida, my guy. All right, gonna buy some JASMY right now, says Crypto Boz. What's going on, Otaku and Crypto fam? Hope everyone is doing well. Let's get the money. Gamma Goddess in the house. Thank you. Let's get the money. So many good things happening all at the right Dude, honestly, no one's talking about this stuff either. Like, if you go on other channels, like how is everyone avoiding the fact that we just had 3 states pass pro-crypto regulation in the last 24 hours? Like, no one's talking about this crap. It's insane. They ignore the guy behind the curtain, I guess. So many good things happening, yes, for sure. And making the right decisions and moving us in the right direction, says a guy. Let's get the bull run going. Yes, Milk Money, let's get it going. All right, let's see what else we got. Markets gain ground on U.S.-China trade deal, hopes and the Fed reassurances. Yeah, this is pretty much just catching us up, of course, on the day. Today, of course, the market opened. We got another retaliation increase on tariffs. I'm just going to sum it up for you. And then, of course, Bitcoin jumped on the news that the dollar was collapsing since last night. Then the treasury yields are up. Done deal. 20 of JASMY. yeah. There you go. Micro DCA all the way, man. I'm gonna buy $20 tonight too. Why not? we all just throw $20 at it. Screw it. All right. So of course, this kind of recap of what happened today. If you guys did not see the market open with me or somewhere else, that's fine too. Analyst reveals XRP price can hit $45 if it follows this 2017 pattern. I had to dive into this, guys, because I know we. I bash XRP every now and then. I was curious, like, what are they getting at with this one here? So I just wanted to kind of review this one with you guys here and see what the general consensus is. XRP price could rally to $45 if it mirrors the 2017 bull run, according to this X post by a crypto analyst, Eggrag. Crypto predicted that the XRP price could rally to $45 if it mimics the 2017 cycle. The 2017 price found heavy support at the 21 exponential moving average EMA, and the experienced a last blow off top at the end of that cycle. That's different though, man. I mean, that crypto was, XRP was the second largest crypto asset back then. It was insane. It was when I got in, right around 2019, 2020. It was still in the top 2 or 3. Right before, of course, the case got, the whole thing got thrown out. Anyway, so this blow off top led to the price surge of 2,700%, which the analyst believes could lead XRP's rally to $45 if the 2017 bull run repeats itself. Meanwhile, Crypto predicts that the altcoin could last at least touch $19 if a similar price movement like the 2021 bull run occurs. You know that in 2021 the price launched or breached the 21 and 33 EMA, and then even pumped in a final leg that marked the cycle blow off top. During the XRP's period, during this period, XRP surged by 1,050%. It believes that it could rally to $19 if history repeats itself, which it kind of does. It does often rhyme. It doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. The analyst added that the target has always been around $27 and advised the market participants to DCA if necessary. In short term, the XRP price looks like it's eyeing $5, and CoinGape market analysts revealed that the Hidden Road acquisition may lead to $10 billion in volume to the XRP ledger, which could push the allocation of this target. Meanwhile, XRP's on-chain metrics also paint a bullish outlook for altcoin. The altcoin, with the number of wallet addresses hitting an all-time high recently, indicates that the Ripple's native crypto is enjoying wider adoption. Ripple's native crypto has the potential to hit $1,000. Now this is what really got me. All right, hear me out. It's crazy, but it'll never happen. But anyway, I'll read it anyway. The crypto analyst Barry C asserted that the XRP price could hit $1,000, although he admitted it would absolutely take time. He claimed that it would take a utility run and mass adoption to drive XRP to that price target. I mean, I told you guys $100 XRP would be basically the entire market cap of all crypto right now, yesterday. Or was it the day before? I forget. But anyway, the analyst added that it would also take a big shift in financial space for the altcoin to reach this $1,000 level. Essentially, Barry C believes that something massive has happened for XRP to reach this target. However, once they do, he assured that there is no going back. Coinbase, our market analysis, also suggested that if XRP price could reach $1,000, if Michael Saylor swapped his $21 billion in Bitcoin to Ripple's native crypto. Which, again, I have to say, that is completely false. It's completely false. Okay, so hypothetically, if Michael Saylor, we'll do a little bit of moon math. This one drives me crazy. If Michael Saylor, right now, today, we got Ethereum on the rando coin. If Michael Saylor, right now, today, took his, what was it, $21 billion in Bitcoin? That's right, $21 billion. And threw it right into XRP with its current circulating supply. It's about half allocated. Again, it's not all allocated yet. Market cap right now is 117 billion. So what would that be? Let's just say easy math, 140 billion. I'll give him a little extra credit, right? So 140 billion dollar XRP market cap. 140? Yeah, 140 billion. If he converted it all into XRP, $120 billion market cap, it would only be, come on, give me the, my target price for big, 120 billion, oh no, 140, what am I doing? Yeah, we're adding, oh Jesus, I'm like, what am I missing here? $140 billion would be a $2.40, XRP. That's adding all of Michael Saylor's allocated Bitcoin right now to the price of XRP. Obviously, there would be a mad rush. Like, if he did it immediately, there would be a multiplier effect. So, take that into consideration, too. I don't know what that multiplier would be. So, there is that. You can't really count for that because, again, with the demand, if someone were to just purchase 20 million all at once in one single day, that's huge market demand, especially if they do it and settle on the exchanges and not over the counter. But anyway, I just want to give you guys reference, man. I mean, the law, you got to follow the math, and the math still doesn't make any sense. Until it does, I'll let you know. But for me, it's just I struggle with this. Every single day when we talk about market cap and XRP, reaching $100,000 XRP, you'd have to have $58 trillion in market cap, which I think that's possible. I mean, I think that's definitely possible. Do I think it's going to happen tomorrow? This bull run? Next bull run? Probably not. Maybe 2032, somewhere at some point it will probably get up there, especially all of the banks. How long do you want to wait? What's your time frame? If it's not going to happen this cycle, again, that's why I sold off all my XRP. Then why hold it? Why hold it for this long? And I think that's what the general consensus is with XCN right now. Because you guys were talking about it, Strawberry, Jared, I think Gamma, a bunch of you guys in the chat over the last few days have been talking about how what Ninja's community has been selling off XRP and buying XCN. Like, whoa. And of course, I just showed that you guys, he has 500,000 subscribers. I've got 500, and he's got 500,000 subscribers, it doesn't take that many people in crypto to start moving the needle in a huge way, and I think that had a big part of it. I think it had a big thing to do with it, really do. All right. So that is my big rant on XRP for the day. I can't promise you one every day, but when I get started, man, I can't stop. Okay, let's get back in the chat real quick before I continue. I'd love to see what you guys think about this as well. Am I just talking out of my butt, or am I onto something? Huh? Am I onto something? All right, so let's see what you guys are talking about in the chat. Gamma God says, what's going on? I think we already got that one. Hey guys, so many good things happening. Yes, let's the bulls run. Crypto Bo says, done deal. Just bought $20 JASMY. Yes, I would post a screenshot if I could, but the tube won't allow it. Damn. Well, you know what? I'll catch it later. I'll probably see it later, right? Hidegger says, but Michael Saylor is Bitcoin, not XRP. There's no second best. That's right. There's no chance. No chance in hell. That's why I laughed. I laughed so hard when I read that. I'm like, what? I can't even comprehend Michael Saylor doing anything like that. Yeah, I locked all in again, and I think Emma was right about Ninja Nation moving the needle for XCN 100%. I think she's right on that 100%. Okay, so let's continue. The Daily Hodl bringing you Binance traders vote to list 3 new altcoins, not delist. We're talking about listings this time. That's right. The world's largest crypto exchange wide trading volume is posting, listing 3 coins. It looks like it's going to be Ondo, Big Time, and Virtuals. Virtuals Protocol. That's another big one, guys. These are 3 big ones. I'm surprised they didn't have any Ondo. How did they not have Ondo for the longest time? Really? Ondo, you can buy Ondo almost everywhere. Binance? What the hell? Binance says that the trio of assets will be added to the seed tag. They're probably allocating a ton of it before they want to purchase it for selling on exchanges, which warns investors that they may display higher levels of volatility compared to other assets. Ondo, Big Time, Virtuals are relatively new tokens and pose higher than normal risk. Where did they come off? I mean, what? I mean, he's not wrong. They're newer, but they are very, very they're very high on the. I wouldn't say they're high on the risk curve. I mean, everything's got risk, but damn, I mean, these have huge potential. At least Virtuals and Ondo that I'm aware of. I will likely be subject to high. They will likely be subject to high volatility. Users must exercise sufficient risk management, do your own research, and fully understand the projects before going on. So yeah, big announcement today for those. And honestly, I was surprised that with all those announcements, I don't know where Big Time landed, but of course they didn't really compete with the other 3 in the room that we covered today. I think Ondo was only up like 12% the last time I looked. Let's see. Where is Ondo? Let's go back to the top 100. Boom, boom, boom. Where is Ondo? He's not even standing out. There it is, 10%. Come on. Really? That's all you get? It's still only 8% on the week. XCN still over 100% on the week. JASMY 30%. Of course, we got SwiftCoin back here in the top 200. Where's the Big Time though? Or Go Time? What is it? Big Time? Top 300, I think, for maybe some of those. There's Ergo, there's SwiftCoin there, top 300. Where is this Big Time? Big Time. You guys ever heard of Big Time in the chat? I have not. 254 in market cap. There it is there, about 10% too. I'd rather purchase Ondo in the news than Big Time. I do have a small bag of virtuals still from the beginning of the year too. But yeah, I mean, I think you guys should all have some sort of AI play in your bag. AI agents specifically are going to be a big deal. We just don't know. It's highly speculative. I think it's also going to be a trend, and it's probably going to present itself towards the end of the year. Alrighty. Let's keep going. What else we got today? Helium cleared. SEC dismisses unregistered securities claims. I just wanted to bring a shout out to this as well. Another coin is out of the SEC's target. They don't have a target painted on their back anymore. So good for them. Peter Schiff warns that the 2025 collapse could wipe out Bitcoin. It isn't the end for crypto. The doom.
I'd buy that for $1.
Every time, dude. Every time. He is so ridiculous. I got to show you guys some of that stuff he's posting on X here in a minute. AI generated content needs blockchain before trust in digital media collapses. All right. Yes, we do need this, guys. This is very important. Very important. As I just showed you, every single night I'm showing you some crazy stuff out of China, right? Well, we got an update on that too with Chinese memes trolling Americans back to the factories, right? In the fall of 2023, Hollywood writers took a stand against the AI's encroachment on their craft. The fear AI would churn out scripts and erode authentic storytelling. Fast forward to a year later, the public service is featuring a deepfake versions of celebrities like Taylor Swift and Tom Hanks surface warning against election disinformation. We are in a few months into 2025. Still, AI is intended to outcome in democratizing access to future entertainment. Illustrates a rapid evolution of the broader societal reckoning with distorted reality, and massive misinformation. Of course, in the dystopian future, we're living in it, guys. Despite this being the AI era, nearly 52% of the Americans are more concerned than excited about the growing role in its everyday life. Added to the findings of another recent survey, 68% of consumers globally have hover between somewhat and very concerned about the online privacy driven by fears of deceptive media. It's no longer about memes and deepfakes. AI-generated media fundamentally alters how digital content is produced, distributed, and consumed. AI models can now generate hyper-realistic images, videos, and voices. That's why you got Grok to confirm everything on X, man. It's bad. It's bad. Raising urgent concerns about ownership, authenticity, and ethical use. The ability to create synthetic content with minimal effort. Oh, yes, we can. Profound implications for industries and reliant on media and integrity. This indicates that the unchecked spread of deepfakes and unauthorized reproductions without a secure verification method threatens the road of trust in digital content altogether. This, in turn, affects the core base of users, content creators, and businesses who face mounting risks of legal disputes and reputational harm. While blockchain technology has often been touted as a reliable solution for content ownership, decentralized control, it's only now, with the advent of generative AI and the prominence of a safeguard has risen, especially in the matters of scalability and consumer trust. Considered decentralized verification networks and these enabled AI-generated content to be authenticated across multiple platforms without a single authorized dictating algorithm related to its user behavior. Getting Gen AI on chain. All right, so the current intellectual property laws are not designed to address AI-generated media, leaving critical gaps in regulation. If an AI model produces a piece of content, who legally owns it? That's the big question, right? And this is where I think we're getting into Web3. This person, the person providing the input, the company behind the model, or no one at all, without clear ownership records, dispute over digital assets will continue to escalate. This creates a volatile digital environment where manipulated media can erode trust in journalism, financial markets, and even geopolitical stability. The crypto world is not immune from this. Deepfake, sophisticated AI-built attacks are causing insurmountable losses. Yeah, immeasurable losses at that. I mean, how many times do I hear about someone taking advantage of by one of those ads on YouTube? I swear, if I find out they're running ads on my channel like that, I'm gonna be heated. Yeah, of course, there's more and more of those every single day. I don't see them much anymore because I have YouTube Premium for the show, but yeah, every time I go into another browser or something and I'm not clicked on it, I still see those weird deepfakes with Brad Garlinghouse and Michael Saylor giving away Ethereum, and it's so silly stuff. Oh God. And Solana, I'm the Solana founder. I will send me 10 XRP or 10 Solana, and I'll send you 100. Oh, it's ridiculous. The crypto world is not immune. Yes, it's definitely not immune. How AI delivers scams targeting crypto wallets have surged in recent months. Blockchain can authenticate digital assets and ensure transparent ownership tracking. Every piece of AI-generated media can be recorded on-chain, providing a tamper-proof history of its creation and modification, akin to the digital fingerprint of the AI-generated content, permanently linking it to its source, allowing creators to prove ownership, companies to track content usage, and consumers to validate authenticity. For example, a game developer could register an AI-crafted asset on the blockchain, ensuring an origin traceable and protected against theft. Studios could use blockchains in film production to certify AI-generated scenes. No more pirating, guys. No more. It's coming. The future is now. Dystopian future, that is. Users could maintain complete control over AI-generated avatars and digital identities, with blockchain acting as an immutable ledger for authenticity. This also reminds me of the orange checkmark that Michael Saylor was trying to get built on the Bitcoin blockchain. Believe it or not, he talked about that in an investor meeting in 2024. All right, at the end-to-end Blue blockchain will eventually prevent the unauthorized use of AI-generated avatars, synthetic media, implementing on-chain identity, verification. I mean, every single object online that's digital, guys. Every single JPEG, every single piece of audio, everything can literally be tokenized, right? And if that happens, then, yeah, all digital media as you know it will be finite. We won't have copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, right? If I make something in Photoshop, as soon as I save it, more than likely in the future, we're going to have some sort of new framework built on top of all of our operating systems, Android, Microsoft, Apple OS, like everything. It's probably going to be all integrated, and it's probably going to happen quick, like within the next 5 years, I'd imagine. With the generative AI market projected to reach $1.3 trillion by 2032, securing, that's really not that not that much in the grand scheme of things. 2032 for all AI related media, I don't know. Securing and verifying digital content, particularly AI generated media, is more pressing than ever before. Such decentralized verification frameworks. Such frameworks would further help combat misinformation and content fraud while enabling cross-industry adoption. This open, transparent, and secure foundation benefits creative sectors like advertising, media, and virtual environments. Like I'm talking about. I used to be a graphic designer, so I'm like, this is really exciting for me because then I can actually make something and not have it getting stolen in a minute, of course, online for free. Aiming for mass adoption amid existing tools. Some argue that centralized platforms should handle AI verification. Man, this is a very lengthy article. Holy crap. I didn't know it was going to be this long, guys. I apologize. But man, this is super interesting, though. Like, this is the stuff that I live for every single day, trying to, of course, piece together where we're going to be at in the dystopian future in the next 5-10 years. For AI to be a total progress of the inception authentication mechanisms, it's pretty much probably going to go into exactly what I was outlining. You're going to have the framework for it and everything else. Everything's going to have to be agreed on in multiple countries and companies and yada, yada, yada. All right, so yeah, that's coming soon, guys. It's coming soon to a dystopian future near you. Targeting the Fed, Trump's judicial play puts Jerome Powell's tenure on thin ice. Of course, we're talking about the monkey in the room, who's been on record, man. He knows what happens every time he prints money. He knows. Why do I say this?
The U.S. federal government's on an unsustainable fiscal path, and that just means that the debt is growing faster than the economy. We're borrowing from future generations.
He knows! He said that in 60 Minutes like 2 years ago when we got the stream started. All right, so let's check back in the chat real quick before we do a quick synopsis on what happened today with Trump and Powell. All right, so done deal. Yes, done deal. Looked at all the things. Popcat went off too. Yeah, Popcat, man. Some of these memes are moving back. I saw Bonk is up like 10, 20% too. What's your favorite AI agent low cap? I don't have one. That's why I just have a little bit of my portfolio in virtuals, just a little bit, just to get a taste. Just because I really like that platform. I think they're building some of the better AI agents out there at the moment. And you just never know. There's so many platforms. There's Sui AI, right, which of course is going to be the AI agent platform for Sui. Then you got the one on Solana. What the hell? I forget the name of that one. It'll probably come to me later. But yeah, and of course we got the Ethereum one on with Virtual Protocol. I'm sure there's going to be a Bitcoin-like one, like we did NFT Solutions back in 2023 with Ordinals. I think there's probably going to be something like that built on top of Bitcoin eventually too. We'll see. Usertron says, "Big dog, big dog." Thank you, man. I guess I'm the big dog. All right, let's get back into the news. As detailed in Bloomberg report, President Donald Trump has petitioned the Supreme Court to authorize the dismissal of senior figures. We talked about this earlier in the week too, and he's still moving, of course, for Jerome Powell's job, challenging long-standing norms, insulating the central bank from executive interference. They want to print all the money so we can collapse this market and usher in the robots, guys. That's what they want to do. I'll spare you the details. We'll see what happens next week. I don't think he's going to come for his job. It's probably got a lot of red tape to do that. All right, so now we're finally into the real news segment of the channel, guys. That's great. The live stream is going to be good from here on out. I promise you. Of course, I'm talking about X, guys. If you haven't liked me or subscribe here on YouTube yet, please hit the like, hit the subscribe button down below. I would appreciate it. We're trying to defeat the algorithm every day. I got shadow banned on Monday. Thank God it's better now. But we're trying to get ourselves out there and build the community. But of course, I'm on X too. So if you like the similar content but a different platform, check me out over there as well. All right, let's see what we got for the news, the real news today on X. I love it. I love it. Arizona has passed the right to mine Bitcoin bill. That's right. It passed in the Senate in 1712 and now goes to the governor's desk versus signature. That's it. That's a done deal. That is a done deal. How many eyes? How many eyes? Was it 17? 17 to 12. All right. China's peasant is living in the future. And you just order the drones and it begins for it. Yeah, it brings it to you guys. I showed you guys one of these drones a few months ago.
KFC, Subway, something I don't know, something I don't know, something I don't know. We're gonna go Subway. Okay, so I've downloaded the app here, and I'm gonna choose Subway on here. I'm gonna order the tuna one. Our actual Subway cost a total of 38 RMB, and then for our delivery we paid 11 RMB. That's $1.51. It's pretty cheap delivery for a drone.
So much cheaper than
have to tip it.
Uber.
It's kind of interesting because there's a lot of trees around here, and there's also a lamppost right there. So I'm kind of interested to see how the drone is going to navigate its way through the handles that the drone landed on.
Alright, so
I typed in the last one, navigate its way.
I want to skip the whole thing.
Wait, there's actually a drone coming right now. Nice, you're doing great. Perfect. That's it right there. Alright, he's landed on the roof. So I typed in the last 3 digits on my number. I guess this machine can store several different orders at the same time. The handles that the drone here was holding on to the way, because the food is going to come to you incredibly fresh. And then what I do is I pull this tab here, and the whole box just folds away nice like that. And then...
Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird, guys? We're not living in the future anymore. China is. And of course, we're talking about what future? Oh, you know where I'm going with this, right? You know where I'm going with this. Do I even know where I'm going with this? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, one of these buttons. The dystopian future, that'll work. Of course, AI and robots are taking over all of our jobs, guys, and they're replacing them all with robots. That's right. No longer do you need an Uber driver in the courtyard of whatever park that is in Xinjiang, China, whatever, Beijing. Yeah, guys, if you're a driver, a telemarketer, a lawyer, a data entry clerk, a receptionist, a teller of any kind, yeah, customer service representatives. Everyone, guys, everyone, be useful. It's coming. It's coming for your job today, tomorrow. I don't know, probably the next 2 years. You are on the chopping block. So stay safe, be useful, and get paid. Well, you can. All right, and then we got got a celebrity caught vandalizing a Tesla. This is kind of weird. Oh my God, what the hell? Oh, that's just Rob Schneider. He's just cleaning it.
Great car. What a great company. Thank you, Elon Musk, for exposing all that government waste.
It's so troll. I love it. Oh my God, Rob Schneider's still kicking, man. Still kicking. Still funny too. Tesla to accept Bitcoin as payment. Speaking of Tesla, yeah, like they did back in 2021. The rumors are out. The rumors are out. And then yeah, how do you guys sleep at night? holding ETH, knowing that JASMY's fate is in the balance of this man and his blockchain. I kid. He's probably just having a good day at the zoo, and he really likes hippos. Apparently, he really likes hippos. This is the guy who controls your net worth, guys. So be prepared. Jesus, this is ridiculous. He definitely needs to get out of the hot seat, man. He needs to just step away and stop being the spokesperson for Ethereum, in my opinion. President Trump, executive director, says we want as much Bitcoin as we can possibly get.
Up to 25% of the Bitcoin supply by 2035. What would be the target amount for the United States in your view?
Well, you know, I get asked this question a lot, and I think the answer to that, like I said at the summit yesterday, is as much as we can possibly get, so long as it's in budget-neutral ways that don't cost the taxpayer a dime. I think we have a lot of high IQ people in the building that are working on this, and folks over at the Treasury Office and folks over at Commerce, working with the internal working group that was set up in the first digital assets EO. We'll be able to come up with ways to accumulate more really over the course of the next few years and beyond.
All right, so yeah, they are ready to buy. They're ready to buy as much as they can get their hands on. Major breaking news. Yeah, Tether CEO confirms that 100% of his crypto portfolio is Bitcoin. You guys asked me in the chat, especially the ones who do not hold any Bitcoin. The Tether CEO, 100% allocated to Bitcoin, according to Yeah, some of his posts here on X. Michael Saylor, of course, will he get liquidated if Bitcoin goes to $1? He said this back in 2023,
A lot of
I
people
think.
don't really think. They're like, oh my God, MicroStrategy is going to get liquidated if Bitcoin. It's like, well, dude, no, Bitcoin could go to $1 a Bitcoin. We're not getting liquidated. We're just going to buy all the Bitcoin if it goes to $1 a Bitcoin. Then it's going to go back up again. A lot of people don't.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's all they got to do. That's all they got to do. That's probably why he's staging his buy-in too, just to see if it comes down enough. All he has to do is just buy it back up. Okay, so coming soon, not the Jerome Powell, the money printer. What the hell? Of course, a Jerome Powell action figure. I would definitely rock one of those, man. I would love to have a Jerome Powell action figure. For the first Fed, they have the tools to liquidate. Now, they said they have the tools to liquidate today. And of course, coming out, of course, we have more money printer rock. Man, I wish I could rip a solo like that. China to America. We don't give a F.
Is that having
completely shutting itself out of the China market? Be my guest.
Yeah, and China will lose the US market, which, as I've said, is 15%.
We don't care. We don't care.
We don't
China
care, bro.
Has been here for 5,000 years. Most of the time, there was no United States, and we survived. And if the United States wants to bully China, we will deal with the situation without the United States. And we expect to survive for another 5,000 years.
The problem is
5,000 years. More 5,000 years are coming. And they're fine without the Americans, according to, some of their ambassadors. Just in, the USA may sell some of its gold supply to buy Bitcoin. This, of course, was shared, by Cynthia Lummis originally, I believe. White House says the gold reserves may be used to purchase Bitcoin. Bibhu Patnaik, Zika Newswire reported. A senior White House official has hinted the possibility of U.S. utilizing its gold reserves to acquire more Bitcoin. What happened? Hines referenced the Bitcoin Act of 2025 proposed by Senator Cynthia Lummis, which advocates for the U.S. to acquire 1 million Bitcoin. Approximately 5% of the total Bitcoin supply over the span of 5 years. That's right. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but they got the green light to do whatever they want to acquire. Well, not whatever they want. They can't cost any taxpayers money. That's the big thing. All right. So crypto exchanges don't have enough Bitcoin. I keep saying this every single night. It's one of my favorite key metrics.
Supply. So currently we are seeing the on-exchange balances of Bitcoin being the lowest, I think, going back to 2018. So this is like going back for many, many years now. The balances for Bitcoin on exchange have never been this low. And what that signals is that there's a lack of sellers on the market. So people will move from cold storage to exchange when they're ready to sell their Bitcoin. And if exchanges are showing low balances, that means that we have few sellers in the market, and that will come into play and become very interesting once there is a rise and the buyers come back into the market for Bitcoin. My prediction, and of course I don't have a crystal ball and I don't know, and this isn't investment advice, but my feeling is that when it does start to move back up again, it's going to jump because there simply aren't any sellers. And if people are bidding and trying to buy and there aren't sellers in the market, they're going to just keep offering higher and higher prices.
That's exactly Samson Mao's sentiment as well. Binance founder CZ just said countries will race to buy as much Bitcoin as possible.
Buying crypto, they're setting up crypto reserves. That means any other country who's not doing that now is going to be at a significant disadvantage when they want to do that later. Because the richest country is going to buy Bitcoin first. They're going to buy a whole lot of them, and the Bitcoin price is going to go up. The next country that comes in to buy them is going to be buying them at a higher price, so they can only buy less, and they have less money. Now I think we're going to see a race towards countries adopting Bitcoin, the major cryptocurrencies. That it's good for the crypto industry as a whole, but in some logic, like a lot of the retail smaller guys will be left even further behind. Now the large.
God. The biggest bull run in history is coming, according to Merlin the Trader. We've entered the final phase, according to the Bitcoin bull run cheat sheet. This is where the legends are made. Get ready for life-changing gains. I thought this was actually a pretty good chart. Look at this.
And it's happening again. History doesn't repeat, folks. It rhymes. We're on the verge of something huge. So get ready for life-changing games. This is the moment. Don't miss out. Follow us for more insights and stay ahead of the game.
Pretty awesome chart, man. I'm not gonna lie, I like that a lot. Of course, that's still following the Bitcoin law, Bitcoin power law model. So if you guys ever check out the Bitcoin power law model, that's what it reminded me of. Bitcoin power law can take you over to Bitbo, or you can look at the Bitcoin power law, which we look at every once in a while. It's still not my favorite, just because I agree with Michael Saylor. At some point, you know,
Bitcoin's powered by chaos. When
That's
Godzilla walks onto the playground, you know, all your models, they're all going to be destroyed.
That's right. He said two of my favorite things in one sentence last year. And of course, yeah, of course, the power wall. That's why I don't bring it up too often. But of course, yeah, at some point it will be destroyed, in my opinion. But yeah, the power law right now is at least yeah, $120,000 Bitcoin in this range in the middle here, of course. And then we got a psychological bubble top scenario of almost a $500,000, $500,000 Bitcoin this cycle, according to the Bitcoin power law. All right. So yeah, similar, very similar numbers on his as well. ZK Mike bringing dusting off the old money printer with Jerome Powell in Studio Ghibli fashion. I can't. Funny stuff, guys. All right, we've got just in, Federal Reserve absolutely ready to help stabilize the market if needed. Top officials say. Financial Times. Yeah, this is Bitcoin Magazine bringing this one. Federal Reserve absolutely ready to help stabilize the market if needed. Again, if needed. So leave your bias at the door, Bitcoin Magazine. You're not a green light for money printer just yet. China announced. China announced it will help rebuild Gaza. Look at this. Doesn't this seem like we have maybe someone taking the lead in a fashion? Like maybe they're starting to take over our jobs and stuff. Like, didn't we used to be the world police and helping out or reaching our helping hands out? Yeah, I don't know. I kind of see like they're kind of taking our place, guys. They're taking our place. Speaking of taking our place, yeah, Americans are now responding to Chinese videos. Look at these troll responses from a real American factory versus, of course, the troll. Oh, God. We're definitely not making chips though. OriginUSA.com. Yeah, we're definitely still not making chips though. Okay, so they still got us on that no matter what. Mac Kaiser, the world is beginning to understand that Bitcoin is really going to be the world reserve currency.
He wants to create a Bitcoin strategic reserve.
It's going.
Want to buy 1 million Bitcoin. That would be very interesting. I think it's highly problematic for them because of the incredible debt load that the United States carries. Roughly $100 trillion in debt and unfunded liability, so that's a huge obstacle for them. But you see where these countries are going. They all have a position on Bitcoin. Germany sold their Bitcoin and they're suffering as a result of it. The United Kingdom is not Bitcoin friendly. They're suffering as a result of it. El Salvador is Bitcoin friendly and we are booming. So really the 21st century is defined by those who are getting in line with the Bitcoin protocol and what it means and what it can do for your country, and those countries that are falling by the wayside.
Exactly. Max Kaiser bringing it in like he does always. Yeah, and we also got the White House says that Trump is open to make a tariff deal with China. That's about all we got. So he did not come out today and say that he was going to, up the ante on it. As far as I'm aware, yeah, let me know in the chat if you guys heard differently. But of course, I didn't see anything when I was setting up the live stream. So it might be something out there breaking, but I doubt it. He's probably enjoying his evening at Mar-a-Lago right now. New York introduced a bill to allow a state government to accept cryptocurrencies as a form of payment. That's finally happening, guys. Frickin' New York finally getting some pro-crypto legislation in our state. White House confirms the El Salvador president, Nayib Bukele, will meet with President Trump on Monday. Will they talk about Bitcoin? They might talk about Bitcoin a little bit, but right now, mostly he's been making these trips back and forth almost every single week because of the prisoners that we're shipping over to El Salvadorian prisons. Crazy prisons they got over there too. All right, Chinese embassy in the U.S. puts this out today. Of course, 3D printing erects a 2-story building in just 22 days with only 3 workers. Guys, I keep saying we're headed to the dystopian future, and you get people saying, "Oh, construction workers are safe; they're fine. No one's going to replace a construction worker." What is this? It's not the first time I show you guys this either. Remember that Walmart they put up? I forget what state they did that in. They built a Walmart. It took them like, I don't know, a month to 3D print a Walmart. And they had to do it at night too because the printer was getting too hot. Yeah, I remember that. U.S. begins negotiations with Vietnam for a new trade deal. Yes, the trades. They're coming, guys. They're all coming. They're always except for China. Fan fiction for Goldbugs. Of course, replying to Peter Schiff. And his crazy stuff, his antics on Twitter. This guy will not, man. He will not. I had to intervene today too. Guys, please give that bear a hug. The Goldbug really needs to see the light and come to the realization that both are going to exist in this new world. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Keep dreaming. Bitcoin's never going to hit 100K. This was in 2019. Yeah, of course, that's the big one. Yeah, you're a barbaric relic. Peter Schiff. Just in, gold reaches all-time high. Yeah, $3,220 an ounce. Of course, the reason why Peter Schiff is, of course, shouting from the rooftops towards gold. And then, yeah, the art of the deal is still continuing. Now our superheroes. So troll. The freaking YMCA. We got our, of course, our greatest superheroes in the factory. Even Harry Potter too. What the hell? God. Ross Ulbricht to speak at the world's largest Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas in 2025. Pretty good to see him at least getting out there doing something positive for our space. White House admin just said that they would love to see the bill to buy $1 million Bitcoin to pass into law. It's coming. It's coming.
We're thankful for what's happening in the House side as well. I know that there's 2 separate pieces of legislation. Both chambers are now attempting to do the same thing. You know, we'd love to see the strategic Bitcoin reserve enshrined into law as well.
It's coming, guys. It's loading. It's loading. And then, yeah, this was ridiculous. What the hell? We haven't even got into the robots replacing their jobs yet, and they have no idea what is coming. No idea. They're just mad at Tesla because of politics. Wait until we get the humans versus robots. Those protests are going to be wild, especially when they get the robots policing and everything, like RoboCop type stuff. Swift on blockchain, of course, ranks 3rd on Coinbase today. Crazy stuff, guys. Onyx, of course, taking the cake, number 1. Huge. And then, yeah, we got more of this political nonsense. But besides the peasants, right? Being called peasants, of course, we're talking about J.D. Vance. We got more, of course, technological advances, kind of scary ones too, out of China. This one is a service clerk being pretty much replaced by a screen and a touchpad, which then you can just use your palm. That's right, not with gloves. You can use your palm, and it'll read your lifeline. I don't know. It'll tell you their future. No, it'll allow you to pay with just a swipe.
That's my WeChat ID. That's my WeChat ID, and I just paid without having my cards or my wallet on me or my phone, which is pretty crazy.
Isn't that crazy, guys? We are not living in the future. China is. Crazy place, man. Crazy place. Swedish MP suggests adding Bitcoin to reserves inspired by Trump's March 7th order. Yes. And it's on like Donkey Kong. Arthur Hayes posted this today. We will be getting much more policy response this weekend if it keeps up. We are about to enter the up-only mode for Bitcoin and crypto assets. Of course, we already seen the rally into the weekend already. $8 billion? $8 billion of Bitcoin shorts will be liquidated at 90K if that happens, it will be a bad day for a lot of investors. I'm going to be right, says Samson Mount. That's literally all he posts, and I love it. I just absolutely love Samson so much. And then GameStop investor tells Fox the company should buy $2.5 billion of Bitcoin. GameStop is going to $100, and then a $13 billion Bitcoin hedge fund. Wow. That's a lot to unload.
At least $2.5 billion should go to Bitcoin at this point. The problem that Ryan Cohen, excellent CEO, has is that he should have made these moves a year or 2 years ago, when Bitcoin was 30, 40,
but that's
hindsight.
right? That doesn't matter anymore, right? That's in the past. But for the future, you say this is a good approach, though.
Absolutely. It's a great special situation stock. We played AMC. We did well there. We used Trump Media, did well there. We think GameStop is going to 50 on this move, ultimately $100, because this is now a $13 billion hedge fund that's got the ability to invest in Bitcoin, which is just getting started. Is the best supply-demand story there is. We applaud Ryan Cohen on this excellent move.
Well, then nut up or shut up, man. When are you going to actually deploy that cash? That's what I want to know. GameStop, of course, Ryan Cohen. Justin BlackRock's Larry Fink warns the economy is slowing and the markets are down, may drop another 20%, but sees a long-term buying opportunity. We also got another, I got to get through some of this. I have so much stuff to share today, guys. I even get to that, too. Putin makes Trump's diplomatic envoy, Steve Witkoff, Kremlin. I was trying to find Larry Fink. There we go.
World War II was a global stabilizer. We are the global destabilizer.
Right. Now,
and
Larry,
that's a very hard thing to say.
I still can't believe he said that, guys. All right, again, repeat that real quick.
Stabilizer.
Right. Now,
and
Larry,
that's World War II was a global stabilizer. We are the global destabilizer.
Right. Now,
and
Larry,
that's a very hard thing to say, because I pride ourselves of being, bringing
Can't take it back now.
Bringing the conversations. Yes, I do believe we're probably starting, if not, we're in a recession. Yes, I think the market is still underestimating how high inflation can get. If you factor in all the tariffs,
right?
You factor in all these other issues, it's going to be quite additive. I mean, I read in a report that if you just take the tariffs in the cost of home building, the average new home could be up as much as 26%. We already have.
What do I keep saying, guys?
Affordability problem.
None of this sounds any good to me. And it's all self-inflicted, by the way. None of it needed to happen.
This is not a pandemic. This is not a financial crisis. This is something that we've created. But in the short run, I'm petrified at some of these issues.
Petrified. Well, let's speak of being petrified.
So yeah, a 26% increase in housing. I keep talking about how the average price of a home is going to be about $1 million in about 10 years. We're headed right for that target. 26%, and we're talking about 26% in just a year or two. That's incredible. The average price of a home right now is about $500,000. So that would take it all the way up to about $750K. We're almost there, and it didn't take 10 years. Boom, guys. This is why you need Bitcoin, right? This is, of course, he said it without even mentioning the big coin, right? Crazy stuff. Larry Fink is, he's paying attention. Of course, catching up to our stream from last night. Of course, I put this out here when the dollar was going down. Breaking under 100, of course, last night. That was fun. All right, guys, let's get back into the normies and check that real quick. And speaking of normies... someone asked me in the chat. They didn't know what normies were. What? Who said that? Let's see what's going on in the chat. Mark of the Beast says Strawberry Dragons, NWO type stuff. Yes, that's right. Strawberry Dragons on it. Crypto Bows also. Tables are going to turn. Crypto Bows saying New World Order. Literally, yes. All this stuff I just showed you. We're talking about being able to pay things with your palm of your hand. We're talking about, all of our you're gonna basically own nothing, be happy type stuff, right? With, of course, inflation, the likes of like UBI and robots taking over all the jobs. I mean, all these things are basically, we're headed right for a dystopian future within a few years. I mean, China's already there. They're already there. All right, so Boca Raton plane crash is still in the news for the day. That, of course, happened yesterday. Let's refresh this real quick. Gold brick, New York in what T? Bad things to see tumbling down a mountain. What the hell? Weird. I don't know what that is. Joe Flacco. I'm assuming sports. Of course, normies only look for 3 things that are in the entire world. That's typically what they search for every single day. It's celebrities, video games, and sports. That's right. Sports. All we got is sports today. Normies go away. Oh my God. Vontae Davis. That's literally all sports today. Holy crap, it is. Valencia. Oh, wow. Okay. So, again, normies get an F. I'm going to say an F minus today. They get an F minus today. They're not looking up anything at all. They are completely oblivious. That was the thing, too. This morning, we were covering Bloomberg Live, and some of the things that they just keep bringing up in the articles and on the news is like, oh, the consumers are scared, man. They're out there buying up things right now. They're preparing. I'm just like, the F they are, man. I don't know any normies who... I talk to people all the time, and I try to give them alpha. You guys know me, man. I'm like very passionate about this space, and not just our space, but the world and politics and everything else is going on. It's a moving machine, and no one's paying attention. None of my normie friends have any clue that the dollar just dropped 100. You know, it hasn't been that low since COVID. We're talking about, pandemic condition levels, and they have no clue that the stock market just, tumbled this week, or that the trade tariffs are even going a thing with China. They have no clue. They just go home. They go to work. They go home. They don't do anything investing. They don't check a portfolio. They don't even know their 401 even is a thing until you might bring it up at the dinner table or something. I don't know. It's a totally different world when you've. I don't know. COVID changed my life. I don't know if that it also did for you guys as well. But when that happened, I found out about money. I found out about Bitcoin, and it changed my entire life in a huge, huge way. And I think that everyone's doing a disservice by staying out of, gathering knowledge, information. Why would you want to stay in the day-to-day life and just be another number? I don't know. I don't get it. But anyway, enough of the normies. Let's see what they're even looking at Bitcoin. Of course, probably not. On the last 7 days. Yep, they are not paying attention at all. Not at all, guys. Not at all. So we're still waiting for, maybe some of these normies will get on to some of these new meme coins. Maybe some people will start talking about fart coin at the golf course. I don't know. And then get people rolling into the idea of maybe gathering generational wealth through utility. Okay, so moving on from here. What all we got? Let's go back full circle to our chart and see where Bitcoin's going into the weekend. Let's go. All right, so let's see what's going on with the heat map, see if anything's changed. Looks like some of the levels are getting tighter, right? So we had a pretty clear range before. Wow, this actually looks bullish. So we had when we first started the live stream, we had the sellers. Or the buyers, I'm sorry. The buyers started putting up this wall right here at about 82K. Right now, it only took about an hour and a half. And now the buyers want to set up a new bottom at about 84. Is that about 84K? Maybe a little less, maybe 83.7, somewhere around that range there. And then, of course, our top is still going to be right around 85K, building pretty solid there. Although we could probably smash through that if we get enough momentum into the weekend. All you got to do is get Scottie Pippen to throw another few millies at it, right? I don't know. I'm, of course, kidding. I mean, he keeps posting all over... over X. It's crazy. That place is nuts, man. I never really cared for X pre-COVID, but ever since, man, I've really fell in love with the platform. Okay, so what else we got going on here for Bitcoin? Of course, I'm going to give you guys my prediction for the evening, and no one else does this like we do, of course. Giving you guys some crazy price predictions in the entire weekend. And we're usually on it, too. We're usually on it. Speaking of on it, of course, last night we were on it with our bull prediction. And we were on it with our Super Bowl prediction from Monday morning. Still in play. And would be absolutely insane if this goes parabolic. I do have to make an update to this because I do not think this is going to register right. Again, looking at the key time frames we look at every single day with our ritual sticks and our, of course, black magic, crypto chaos magic ritual we do every single night. I think this is going to probably play a little bit into later, but still a similar pattern if this plays out. Yeah, I gotta give you guys an update on that too. But of course, yeah, we hit this right on the nail, like right on it. Oh, it's insane how well that followed right into our Super Bowl prediction. So I'm going to clean up the chart again and do another one for you guys because it's fun. It is fun to pretend. Alrighty. Of course, we're going to leave this one up from Monday. I still can't believe that's still going. It's crazy. I'm going to have to put a date on that because I'm going to forget what day I did it. So Monday was, if I can come on, get this to work. Okay. My calendar's not working on my computer. Oh, God. Nope. Computer. When was Monday?
Monday was 3 days, 21 hours,
oh, God.
and 38 minutes ago.
You don't give me a date. Computer. What was last Monday's date?
April 7th, 2025
right.
was on a Monday.
April 7th. All right. So we got that time stamped for you guys. This would be hilarious if this plays out the entire way up to 92K. All right, so we got that one in the cards, of course. That's our Super Bowl prediction. I'm going to, of course, take that away to remove the bias from what we're about to do and get into it. Before I do that, let's check back up on the chat real quick. How's it going? Scotty Pippen is solid on Bitcoin, says Crypto Bows. Definitely the best reaction out of seller last year for sure. He even swears he met Satoshi in a dream. That's what he says, in a dream. Okay. Yeah, it's really sad. I just a bunch of NPCs running around in a chaotic world. Where do I go? I gotta get Starbucks. I gotta get Starbucks. Oh my God, it's pretty much normie. Your typical normie. Bloomberg is pretty fun. Have to see them as emotional. Exactly, Heidegger. Exactly. And then what's the Dixie doing right now? Did it move much today? Well, we covered it just briefly in our the start of our live stream today. It looks like it was still at right around 99.9, 99.7, somewhere in that range. I would not be surprised, though, if it starts coming down over the weekend a little bit when we get the futures market kind of going on like Sunday. We'll probably get like Saturday, Sunday. Might see a move down on the Dixie. But yeah, still not looking good year to date, too. Wow, even year to date looks bearish. Of course, my favorite is the 3 month. It's very clear on the 3 month. But yeah, 99.78 on the Dixie. Okay, so getting back into Bitcoin and tonight's predictions. Yes, in a dream. Crypto posts. Oh, jeez. Okay. So let me focus. So where's Bitcoin going this weekend? Right now it's sitting at 83.5. 83.5. It had a market top today at 84.3. Retesting, of course, some of these previous positions back here a few weeks ago. Actually, that was last Friday, so a week ago, literally a week from today. We had that fall over, of course, on the tariff news and China's reactions. Yeah, all that stuff. All that stuff happened, right? And then, of course, the reversal and everything else. Inverted head and shoulders, of course, played out. Then we got all that going. All right, quick recap, already done. Okay, good. Of course, let's get this going, guys. Let's get this going. Despite the Bitcoin candle. That's right. If you guys are new to my channel, we do Crypto Chaos Magic every single night, weekdays. And yeah, we're going to get this going. We have lit the Bitcoin candle and the ritual has begun. Also idolizing the moon. Of course, we're going to the moon. That's why we bring the moonstone in. And burning a little bit of a Benny for a sacrifice on our crypto magic altar. Our Crypto Chaos Magic altar. Yeah, we're going to get that Benny burnt. There we go. Bye-bye, Benny. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Benny. Oh no! All right, there he goes. Benny has been singed, and yeah, maybe a little bit more with the Bitcoin pizza lighter. There we go. Yeah, of course, the Bitcoin pizza lighter. Okay, moving on. Put that back here. Oh yeah, Croc Payos. Can't go without saying the seance, or it will not work. The magic will be invalidated. Okay. All right. Got that going. All right. Wouldn't that be funny if I catch the art of the deal on fire? That'd be a bad omen, wouldn't it? Probably. Especially since we've begun the ritual. Okay, speaking of ritual, I got to get, of course, up the ritual sticks. Get those up here. Where are they at? Boom. There they are. Yeah, we're going to move the ritual sticks over to the appropriate time frames. Again, guys, if you're new to the stream, I like to show you everything based on the proper time frames where all the volatility is represented in our space across the world. Even though tomorrow we do not have the markets open, they're still a really good indication of where there are going to be, decent amounts of volatility because people wake up around 9 o'clock in the morning. It's pretty obviously, they're out and about, they're doing things, maybe they're sleeping in, and of course 12 o'clock in the afternoon they're having lunch, maybe they're looking at the news, hey, or on the golf course, hey, should buy this shit coin or whatever, right? And then by 3 o'clock they're winding down, getting ready to eat around 5 or 6, and you have an idea of an ebbs and flow of just kind of people's daily lives, and in mass, of course, we are the market. We move the market. It's all psychological. So, anyway, with that being said, where is Bitcoin going over the weekend with this completely non-invalidated, bull trend all the way up to this the previous target we hit last time, which was 84.3, which looks like we could probably retest that by tomorrow afternoon. That'd be my guess on this one here. So we're probably going to range around here on this trend line everyone's looking at. Try to get a little bit back up there, retest, maybe break down into Sunday morning. And of course the Asian markets, retesting that, maybe buying it up. It might be a little sell off there, buy up, and so our baseline target is going to be pretty much chop up until about the end of Sunday afternoon, and that's where I think, of course, the Japanese market's probably going to start buying up whatever is left. So, do I want to say this is a baseline target? I kind of feel like this might be bullish. I don't want to be too bearish. Okay, let me go back to our. I said I wouldn't do it, but I did it. Damn it. I'm going to say that's bullish. I'm going to see that one's bullish. Odds are we're probably going to see a little bit more downside over the weekend, at least consolidating, right? Not like we're not going to be like, boom, anything can happen, but we're probably going to be chopping up and going sideways a little bit more than that, in my opinion, because we're not going to have the volatility we had during the week. So something like this could probably play out into the market open on Monday. That's 10 a.m., which will be about 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock at night for Saturday. No, I'm looking for about 9 p.m. in the United States. Yeah, so we probably retest there and then roll on over. Dang it! I did not just undo that. Oh, that was a perfect. That was a perfect trend line too. Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, something like that. Retest and then roll on over. If we can break out a little bit there into Monday morning for the foreign markets. So let's just say that's, something like that. And we'll finish this one up too while we're there. Say we get above that, chop over, and then get a little higher in the morning. This is going to be kind of more bullish than I'm usually am, to be honest. I don't even know if it's going to get that far up. I want to say that's probably close enough. And then our bearish target is probably going to be retesting down here after it falls down at right around midnight tonight. I would guess right around midnight tonight. If it were to break down, probably around then, because everyone's going to be enjoying their lunch in other countries. And then probably a retest here. And maybe a fall back down to some of these lower levels, about 82. Again, our floor is about 82 right now. And then climb back up in the morning. Please don't. Please don't get rid of that. Okay, there it is. There it is. All right. And then we got the super bear target. Where's the super bear target going? Well, it's always where the super bears want to go. And that's, of course, back down to the fire sale target, which is now currently right around, I told you guys, getting closer and closer to about 75K. By Monday, it might be there. It might actually be there. So last time we looked at it, it was about 74.5, 74.7. So yeah, if we go back down here, probably go back down, break these lower levels, fall back under 80K. Oh no! Oh no, the super bears got exactly what they wanted. It's climbing right back up. Wow, that lasted a long time. Sometimes that plays out, sometimes it doesn't. Obviously, I do not think that's going to happen. Especially, it could happen if Xi Jinping comes out and says, you know what, we decided we're just going to part ways. Or something crazy Black Swan event. We could see a huge dip in Bitcoin and then a price surge like you wouldn't believe on the backs of fear alone. Alrighty, so that is where I'm taking us, guys. Of course, our Super Bull is even. Wow, that's explosive. I don't think that's going to happen. So I do need an update to that. So I'm going to invalidate this portion right here. I'm going to leave it on the board just in case it plays out. But I think what's going to happen is we're probably going to continue this up if we continue our Super Bull trend towards the upside and just kind of slightly go up and to the right a little bit more. But yeah, that is what I am thinking. There we go. I know it looks kind of crazy, but that's why you're here. I bring the chaos. That's right. Oh man, I am a nut job. All right, so Pippin, yeah, so is solid on Bitcoin. Yeah, that's a dream. Okay, I think we're caught up on the chat too. Except McNerney, how is it going, McNerney? How's it going? I need a pink moon for tomorrow's full moon. A pink moon. A pink moon. Oh, you're talking about. Okay, yeah. We need. And then they make like a. There is a sunstone moonstone mix. I don't think there is a pink moonstone though. There might be one. I know there's definitely like a pink quartz, right? Rose quartz. Anyway, cue the fire, cue the flames. That's right. Well, hopefully the market's not going to be in flames on Monday, but we'll see. It might happen, guys. All it takes is one word out of Trump or Xi Jinping to really get this entire thing to the ground again. But it's really weird though. I don't know why JD Vance used the choice of words for calling a Chinese peasants. Like, what? Come on, man. I respected him up until that point. I don't know, man. I feel some kind of way now about JD. Anyway, so that's what I got for you guys tonight. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend. Hopefully we don't have any more, knives to catch. Hopefully this will, just start the entire bull run and move it on with a huge potential gains for all of us. So have a great night, guys. I will catch you guys on Monday morning. That's right, with the market open. I will be there. Be square, and I'll see you guys then. So have a good one. Let's talk to sign out. Peace.
Insufficient. We can make the dollar the most attractive currency by continuing to have the rule of law. You always print money to do that. I suppose it would diminish our status as the reserve currency. Just shut up. There's no expectation of privacy above the in the sky.
So Bitcoin is the solution because you can buy Bitcoin right.
I don't know, man. This is a really weird cycle. Like all these like all these crypto investors, and some of them don't even touch Bitcoin at all. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Bet.